Alright, this is the mountain bike man, and we're putting on these die-cast Whipple Supercharger, and I thought I'd bring you guys along with me to enjoy the ride. We cleaned the windshield with Windex first, and then we cleaned it with rubbing alcohol, and then we peeled away the backing, and then we stuck it on the window. And now we're just in the process of peeling off, and the letters stay on the windshield, of course. And we're going to do the same thing on the back window here shortly. You don't want to make sure you take it nice and slow and easy. If you see a letter pop up, make sure you push it down with your credit card. Just like that. And you want to keep it over as far as you can. We put on marker tape right here, so that I had it exactly where I wanted it. I moved it over as far as I can, and it looks cool, bro. Very good. And we've got a few other projects that we're going to be doing here too. But yeah, that's the one for the windshield. Now we're going to also put one on the back window. Now we don't need this light anymore, so I'm going to take that and shut that down. Now let's take the other die cast. Before we do that, we do want to set up where we want to put it. You want it to run parallel with the glass, with the edge of the glass, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't look cattywampus. Up as high as possible. Parallel. You want this edge right here to run parallel to the glass. So we want to put it about right there, and the only way you can remember to do that is by putting a marker tape right there, a marker tape right there, and let's put a marker tape right here so we know how high we want it to be. In between these 3 points, between those 3 points right there, we know exactly where we want to put it. Oh, wait a minute here. Let me see if that's where I want it. Maybe we should move it down a little bit. Let me move it down. Let's put it right there instead. The writing, the actual Supercharger writing, will be about the same distance from the edge of the glass, which is what you want to shoot for. So So these markers here pretty much show you exactly where you want to place it when you get it peeled off. Just like that. Okay. Now I had to peel off the other one. There was a bit of a chore. I had to put a new blade on this. We're going to start at this end right here, and we're just going to rip this like that, and that gets us started with plastic. And you want the letters to stick to this plastic as you take it off. So they may not want to stick, so you have to sit down for one thing. For two things, you want to have a nice clean straight edge so you can pull the letter up onto the plastic film like that, and then peel it off real slow. And anything that doesn't stick, you want to use your sharp, clean, straight edge utility knife and push it on. You want to try to kind of pull it at an angle too. Be very careful. We're coming to the supercharger, and I know it doesn't want to stick, or it doesn't want to stick to the plastic film, so you got to help it along a little bit. Try to pull it at an angle. Let's pull it at this angle here. Slight angle to keep, especially that supercharger. This one's coming off a lot better. Okay, so we can see that this letter, we don't want to rip it. So you can do this nice and slow and easy, guys. So just nice, clean utility knife here with a sharp, clean blade. It gets right underneath that letter and pulls it right back up where it's supposed to be. We're almost home free here, guys. That's it. You know, I'm getting bit up by Japanese tiger mosquitoes. Fucking, I should have wore pants doing this shit. Irritating me. Okay, now we got our markers here. So we know exactly where we want to place it. Which is right there. And we'll start at the bottom. And just work our way to the top, just like that. We'll take out our credit card. Take out our marker tape. Boy, am I getting bit up by Japanese tiger mosquitoes. God damn it, man. Goddamn little varmints. I should have a shirt on and pants on when you do this shit. But you can see what it looks like. That should get your point across pretty quick, gentlemen. Now you're gonna peel this plastic backing off. You wanna peel it at a 45-degree angle, and you wanna make sure that your die cast stays on. So just follow it down with the credit card. If you get some air bubbles in your die cast, you can always poke a pin in it. Okay, be careful right here. You want to make sure your die cast stays on. Pull at a 45-degree angle. Okay, our die cast wants to pop right there. Now, I did say that I wasn't going to put any stickers on the windows. But if there is one sticker in the world that you are allowed to put on your Jeep, it's the Whipple Supercharger die-cast sticker. I've already cleaned this surface with alcohol. I used Windex first, and then I used rubbing alcohol to clean the glass completely of all residue. Damn, I'm gonna have to put a bunch of fucking what do you guys think? Whipple. I think that gets the point pretty much across right there. Now what you have here is a true dinosaur hunter, gentlemen. All Raptors and all TRXs will tremble in their tracks with a Whipple 392 Hemi. The 392, guys, it's not the small engine block, that's the big boy. They even only put a 380 inside the Dodge Challenger. This is the big boy, if you will. We do have some air bubbles in there. They should come out. Over time, if they don't, you can poke a small pin in the bubble. I'm not going to poke any pins right now, but if they're still there in a couple days, I may poke a pin in them. Boy, that's turned out pretty slick. You definitely wanted to have the writing. It's good. It turned out well, guys. It turned out real well. Professional. You're dealing with a curved piece of glass here, so you certainly can't keep it straight in line with the edges of the glass. But you're looking at the same distance here as up here. That's fucking like professional installation, brother. If this was a real big one, like the one on my front of my Jeep, my Hemi, what I would do is I would tape it in the middle, and I would rip this in half, and I would take off half at a time and put half of the die cast on at a time. Then I would rip this backing off on the other half, and I would put the other half on. If it was a long one. This is not a long one, this is just a shorty. Goddamn tiger mosquitoes. I'm gonna have to put a bunch of stuff on my... That's something I wanted to do today. Man, that's badass, bro. Check out that one on the front. That is the baddest of the asses. Now, we do have a couple of small I'm gonna back the Jeep out. We do have a couple of small, I got stuck inside of one of those whirly-bird windstorms and it pelted my windshield with some tiny pebbles. And it put a couple of little nicks. Now, I don't think these nicks are gonna go anywhere, but what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to put crazy glue inside of those nicks. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put electrical tape so you can pull. You're gonna put electrical tape around the little nick so that the crazy glue can pull around the neck, and then you'll just scrape off the excess after the crazy glue sinks into the small nick in the windshield. Now, like I told you, I don't think the nick's gonna grow any bigger than it is, but I have the technology to prevent it from happening just with my little bottle of crazy glue. So we're gonna do that next. I'm gonna shut you down right now, and I'm gonna pick you back up when I'm fixing these little nicks in my windshield, which I don't think are gonna go anywhere. But here's another thing. You see where the windshield wiper hits it? So the windshield wiper will be hitting this right here. Not a big deal. It hits my Hemi 1.2 and not a big deal. Dude, that is the baddest ass of them all. This isn't the small block 3 Hemi here. This is the 392. This is the biggest one they make, gentlemen. This isn't chopped liver, shall we say. This is a more off-road capable vehicle than any Raptor or any TRX. And it's got the horsepower to back it up now. So now we're gonna go out and do some dinosaur hunting again, okay guys? Boy, that turned out good, man. Other than the fact that my legs got all eaten up by fucking mosquitoes, those little son of a bitches are bastards, dudes. I can't tell you how much pain in the ass. Considering 5-7 years ago, we never even had them here. And now we've got these little cocksuckers, and they're little fucking bastards. They bite you like crazy. It's really my own fault. I should have pants on when I'm doing this. As a matter of fact, when I go up right now, I'm gonna put pants on. What we're gonna do is we gotta close this up, because I'm gonna go put some of that calamine lotion on my legs. I'm gonna come down here with pants on, and I am going to fix the little nicks in my windshield, and I'm gonna take you along with me. But for right now, we're gonna shut you down.